Well, it seems to me, Wolf, when you look at these double-digit leads, that clearly the Republican primaries have been better for President Obama than they were for the Republican candidates when it comes to the general election. When you dig deeper into our poll, you'll also find that the president's approval rating is above 50%, and that's for the first time since last May after Osama bin Laden was killed. But most of all, Wolf, when you look at our polls, what's important to the president is that people seem to believe the economy is taking a turn in the right direction. Take a look at this. So we asked all Americans, Republicans and Democrats, economic conditions are good. When you look back at January 2009, when Barack Obama was inaugurated, only 13% thought so. Bottomed out in September 2011, now up to 31%. Now, that's not great. Only 31% of Americans think economic conditions are good, but it's a lot better than it was back when the president was inaugurated. So there is a sense of optimism out there, and of course, that's going to benefit President Obama.
We're now in the fourth year of the first term of this president's administration.
That's right.
And we asked, who did the American public think is more responsible for the country's economic problems right now? And these numbers surprised me. Bush and the Republicans, 56%.
Right.
Only 29% blamed Obama and the Democrats, and that's a pretty significant number.
It is, and it surprised me as well because, but at the start of this administration, remember Barack Obama used to like to say that George W. Bush drove the economy into a ditch. At a certain point, after about a year or so, he had to really stop saying that because it seemed a little whiny. Even though he stopped saying it, it certainly seems to me like it sunk in. And take a look at this. We culled out independent voters here, asking that same question that you just raised. Who's more responsible for the country's economic problem? And you see 54 to 26, almost mirroring the public at large. And as you know, Wolf, elections are decided by these swing independent voters, and they are blaming the Republicans.
And we also looked at the enthusiasm of Democrats and Republicans.
Enthusiasm important because it is such a predictor of turnout. And when we asked who's extremely or very enthusiastic about voting in November, now we've always presumed Republicans are more enthusiastic, and you can see they remain more enthusiastic. But let's go back to October 2011, before the primaries. 64% of Republicans were enthusiastic. Now that's down. And Democratic enthusiasm has remained about the same. But after the primary process, you see Republican voters not as enthusiastic. That's not a great sign for the general election and turnout. Now, again, this is just a snapshot. Anything can change. Republicans can coalesce around their nominee, presumably Mitt Romney. But right now, they've lost a bit of that get up and go and vote.
They still have plenty of time, though.
They do.
Both parties have plenty of time to raise that enthusiasm level. Gloria, thanks very much.